here. This is also going to help strengthen your shoulders. Just like this. Nice and slow as well. Hey man, Gary Walker here, and welcome back for another video. This video is for all of you men over 50, man, all right? I'm gonna give you a dumbbell style bodybuilding workout that you can do at home or at the gym. All right, so basically what we're gonna do, I'm gonna give you an exercise for most of your upper body parts and some of my favorites, all right? With that said, let's get started with the very first exercise. First exercise, we're gonna do dumbbell bench press. Depending on your bench angle, I'm gonna show you a flat bench. If you have an adjustable bench at home, or if you're at a gym with an adjustable bench, I always prefer doing this on a 30 degree, even 15 degree will be better than a flat. The reason being, you're not gonna be doing a whole lot of variety with these exercises. So I want you to get the most bang for your buck. With the higher degree of the bench angle, it's gonna allow you to hit your chest and a little bit of front delts as well. So just keep that in mind. All right, but for now, I will show you a regular bench press, dumbbell bench press. I'm gonna give you a couple pointers here, things I really want you to focus on. So when you're doing these, the reason I like the dumbbells, you don't have to keep your hands in a straight pronated position, meaning right here, my palms are away from my body. I like to rotate them in slightly, just like this. Also, you want to keep your elbows not flared out to your sides, but about a 45 degree angle. From here, you want to control the weight down. 3 to 4 seconds tends to work perfectly. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Slight pause, press right back to the top. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Slight pause, press. You'll notice on the way back up, I press forcefully. That's what you want to do when you are lifting the weight. You want to lift explosively, all right? Control the eccentric phase, which is the phase going down, stretching the pecs. Right here, you hold that pause, forcefully explode the weight back to the top. Last point here, you'll notice the dumbbells now are towards the midline of my body. That's your natural movement path, all right? So here, I'm coming out a little wider as I lower, really stretching my chest. On the way up, I'm not just pressing straight up, I'm pressing up and in, just like that. That's what you want to do with each rep of this exercise, all right? That's going to give you the best benefits. All right, so that's going to be the dumbbell bench press. That's the first exercise. Second, we're going to do a back row. A lot of you guys over 50, a lot more sedentary now than you used to be. There's a lot of men 50 plus that have lower back issues. So for this back exercise, I want you to use some type of support. With the bench, we're gonna do a back row. All right, this is gonna be how you support yourself. You want a straight arm here. Keep your shoulders square with this exercise. And then you're gonna pull. When you're pulling, you're gonna initiate the movement with your elbow. That's gonna place more tension and emphasis on your lats as opposed to just working your biceps, your arms. All right, so in this position, hold, lower slowly. Lift and hold, lower slowly. All right, lift and hold, lower slowly. You're gonna do each side at a time, all right? Do one side, switch over to the other side. The other thing you can do, if you don't really have a good bench or anything like that, then you can use your opposite hand, get a wide base. This is more of a lawnmower row. You're gonna use this hand to support your back, and you're gonna pull just like this. Just like you're starting a lawnmower. It's a lawnmower row, all right? But this is gonna help support that lower back. All right, so that's gonna be the second exercise. So we've hammered your chest, hammered your back. Now we're gonna do something a little bit different for your shoulders. These are gonna be scaption raises. Typically when I do upper body workouts, I like to do some type of overhead pressing movement. If you've watched me for long enough, you know that I exclusively work with older men. Train men, 40, 50, 60s. I got a couple in the 80s, all right, several in their 70s. The one common thing that I see, a lot of shoulder issues. They tend to have a lot of wear and tear on those joints. They've had a lot of shoulder surgeries over the years. They've got very limited mobility in their shoulders. So not everybody can do a full press. All right, however, I still want you to hit your lateral delts, which are the sides Also want you to hit your front delts, all right? So one of the better exercises to do that are scaption raises. All right, so let me show you what this looks like. Basically, you'll see people do lateral raises out to the side. You'll see people do front raises. Scaption raise, you want your thumbs up and you want to be about a 45 or 30 degree angle. All right, you're gonna keep your core tight, slight bend of the elbows, straight out. The other thing I want you to focus on is you don't want the dumbbells here. Let me show you what this looks like. You don't want the dumbbells to be above your shoulders. You don't want to come way up here. I like them to be even in this position. All right, if you start getting too high, you're gonna start incorporating your traps more. I don't really want you to focus on your traps with this exercise. This is more about the deltoids, all right? Here, this is also gonna help strengthen your shoulders. Just like this. Nice and slow as well. Control the movement. This is a scaption raise. Do one more. You'll also notice at the top, I pause and I bring it down slightly. The last thing you want to be doing with any of these exercises, cheating the movement, using momentum, or bouncing the weights, or dropping back to the starting positions. All of those are common themes for getting injured. All right, when people do that, they tend to get injured. So what I mean, you don't want to be here and right back down. Swinging, right back down. That's the last thing you want to do. So really focus on using a lighter weight initially to control the movement. That's going to give you the best benefits. All right, so from there, the next exercise we're going to do, a triceps exercise. Keep in mind when you do the chest press, which was the first, the dumbbell bench press, you did work your triceps, all right? But I still want you to isolate them as well. So one of the best exercises for that is grab your dumbbell, and we're gonna do a overhead triceps extension. Nice full stretch. Again, your stretch may not be quite as deep. It depends on your mobility, your range of motion. Here, and squeeze on the way up. Nice and slow on the way down and back. Squeeze it on the way up. Slow on the way back. Squeeze it on the way up, all right? So you're gonna do that side, and you'll just alternate and do the other side. This is one of my favorite tricep exercises because it gives you a full or maximum stretch in this stretched position, which is gonna recruit a lot of muscle fibers. All right, the last one we are going to do is a bicep exercise. Same thing, when we did those dumbbell rows, you're working your lats, you're working your full back, but you're also working your biceps. Now we're gonna isolate the biceps. One of the best exercises to do that is the actual curls, all right? We're gonna do an arm curl. I like to start palms facing my body, and then we're gonna rotate up, palms up, and then out as much as you can. That's supination, all right? Let me show you this real quick. Pronation is when your hands are here. This is a neutral hand position. Supination is when your palms are this way, all right? Supination. So what we're doing is starting neutral and we're supinating, we're rotating out this way. At the top of the movement, I want you to focus on getting your pinky as high over as you can. That's gonna give you a peak contraction in your biceps. So you're gonna do that with every single rep. Also, pin those elbows to your side. I don't want you to cheat the movement. You'll see people cheating two different ways. One, they'll have the dumbbells here and they bring their elbows back. That's shortening the range of motion. The other, they're coming here, when it gets heavy, they'll bring their elbows forward and under their arms this way. Again, you're limiting that range of motion, and right here, you're taking tension off your bicep. By keeping the elbows back, you're allowing gravity and the weight of the dumbbell constantly apply tension to the biceps, all right? So, one more time, view, shoulders back, chest out, elbows to the side, supinate. Back to the neutral position, supinate. Also, a little pro tip at the top of the movement, if you struggle to feel your biceps, which I notice a lot of men do, at this top position, flex as hard as you can for 2 seconds. 1001, 1002. Bring it down under control. At the top, 1001, 1002. Flex like you're showing somebody your bicep, all right? Squeeze that arm as hard as possible. Hold it for 2 whole seconds for every single rep. That's gonna help you feel those biceps and they're actually gonna start to grow. But all right, I hope you like this workout. Basically what I'm gonna recommend is do all of these for 3 sets, all right? If you're a little bit more advanced, you can do these for 4 sets. Do this a couple times a week for your upper body. and add this to a upper body, lower body split to get even better results. So you can do this twice a week. Make sure you're allowing 2 or 3 days of rest in between. I typically prefer 3 days, but again, depends on your schedule, obviously. So I just want to make sure you're doing this with enough frequency to get all of the benefits. If you have any questions at all, leave that in the comments section. With that said, man, get busy, get after it, and God bless.